Time to get back on this build. I started her hair, but I noticed some discrepancies. I have to sand down over here where support marks were, and I don't think you're gonna be able to see it, but there's a crack right here. I don't know why the resin cracked on me. I'm gonna add some resin to that and hopefully it does well. So let me get to fixing this thing. You can see the shiny spots here. That's where we added our thin layer of resin. We're gonna sand that down and then we're gonna get another coat of red on here and hopefully everything looks nice and smooth. The hair is pretty much back to where we started from. The color I'm using on this is Antares Red from scale 75. The next thing I'm gonna do is add 2 or 3 drops of white to that, and we're gonna add some highlights in the middle here in between the lines, and then we're gonna fill in those lines or make them darker either using a deep red or blood red, all from scale 75. It's very hard to tell on camera, but we did our base coat and then I lightened it up and went in between the strands. There is a light difference between it. Well, I shouldn't say light. There is a good difference between it. And then I went over with a mist coat of the base color just to tie everything in. Next, I'm gonna gloss this up and then we're gonna go in the creases here and darken those up. It's hard to see on camera, but the red is on, the little bit of highlights are on there. And I also did a blood red inside the grooves of the hair just to make those pop a little bit. Now I'm gonna hit it with a flat coat and the hair is done, and then we're gonna move on to the head. And now we take on the most important part of this build, the head. The part that I've been dreading just because of the eyes. I've never really done eyes before, so I'm sure to mess them up. The first thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna paint the flesh tone, and we're just gonna go with light skin from scale 75, just to make it look like the cartoon because it really doesn't have any highlights or shadows in the cartoon that I'm looking at. Then we'll mask all that off and then we'll hit the top cowl. I think that's gonna be black. I'm not gonna go purple with that. This way it matches the cape, and we'll show you the progress. Okay, here's the flesh tone. This is just light skin from scale 75. I used a little Vallejo skin wash on the ears and up the nostrils just to give it a little bit of depth. And then I just misted over that again with the base coat that we used here. I'm going to mask all this off and then we're going to use black and we'll do the cowl, get that done up, and then we'll do the facial features. Our Ammo by MIG liquid mask is now on. This is gonna take about a half an hour or more to dry. I put it on extra thick because the last time I used it, some spots were thin and actually speckles got through. So if you see any thin spots when it dries up, just add a little more on top, and I'm actually using a paintbrush this time and it actually goes on really, really nice. After this is done and the cowl's painted, there's definitely gonna have to be a lot of hand touch-ups because of the difficult spots on the eyes over here. So we'll be doing the hand painting and hopefully this comes out pretty well. And the Ammo by MIG liquid mask is all dried up, so now it's time to get some of that black on the cowl and then peel that mask off and see what touch-ups we're gonna have to do. Now that the black is all on, I have a decision to make. Am I gonna do this in a flat or am I gonna do it in a satin? Tell me in the comments below which way you would do it. So this is what I went with. I wanted a satiny look, but the satin that Ammo by MIG has more of a shine to it than I wanted. So what I did was I used Ammo by MIG flat and I built that up layer after layer. And the more you build up that flat, it has more of a satin look, but a satin with a flatter finish to it. So the next part is to take off this masking. So this is pretty thick compared to when I did the bat symbol, so hopefully this comes off as easy as the other one did. And it doesn't look like it. I'm gonna have to play with this a little bit, so once I get it all off, I'll show you the finished product. So I had to rub pretty hard with my finger to start that to peel off, but once I got it, it'll start peeling the mask right off. And there's gonna be some spots that we have to peel more, and it's flying all over the place. And we'll use a little bit of a toothpick to get all the little edges off. This way when we touch up, we don't have that masking there. Now that all the masking is off, here comes the tedious part of filling in the black around the eyes, underneath the cowl, and on the back. There's gonna be some touch-up work, but I was expecting that because I didn't want to get black onto the flesh color. Okay, here we go on the eyes. I got my reference, my head, and my pencil. I'm gonna try to trace them in first and then go for the paint. First off, I want to apologize that I didn't record the process of painting the eyes themselves. This is either the 4th, 5th, or 6th attempt, I don't remember. I started with pencil and it didn't come out right, and I had to redo the white. I did it again and again and again, and I finally said screw it, and I went directly in with my Faber-Castell marker. This is the little marker here by Faber-Castell. It's the S one, and I just drew her eye in. I started actually with the outside circle, which I guess you shouldn't do, some people said. I drew the outside circles, then I did the pupils, and then I painted a dark blue, and then what I did was I used a lighter blue, and that was like 3/4 of the way or halfway up the eye and just at the bottom. And then I lightened that up with a little bit of white, and I put that at the bottom a little further just to brighten up the eyes a bit. So this is my first attempt ever. It's a little wobbly, but I'm happy with it. It just means I can practice and get better and better and better at this. And let me show you what I used for the little glint in the eyes. These little guys here have little balls at the end, all different sizes, and these are called boop tools. If you guys know Lynn Stahl from Metalhead Minis, she put me onto these and they make perfect circles. So if you're looking to do the glint in the eye, these come in, like I said, varying sizes, and it makes it so much easier to get that little dot in the eye. So the last thing to do is get her hair on her head, and then we'll get the head on the body. And there we go, her head is attached to the hair, and that is the final piece before I put the head on the body. And I think this is where I'm gonna leave you guys, just a little teaser, and the next video up will be the finale. This way I make sure she's all properly cleaned up and everything like that. So on to the next video. Well, thanks for stopping by and checking out this video. I really appreciate it. First off, I want to apologize again for not doing the eyes on camera. I was having so much trouble getting a good camera angle because I have to hold the head up really close to my face because I don't have glasses yet. And I did make a whole bunch of mistakes, 4, 5, 6 mistakes before I actually just went in there and did it and kind of got it right. I got a little bit wobbly on them, but what are you gonna do? But Batgirl is all done. So this will be the last build video, and then we'll get a finale video up for you that won't be that long. And then you'll actually get to see me do eyes because I'm going to do another one of these. I just got the file for Catwoman, and that's going to be another fun build, and I'm going to have to do anime eyes on her too. So that one I'll figure out camera angles and all that other good stuff. This way we can get those pictures for you, or actually that film for you, so you can see me doing it live. I'll practice with camera setups and do the best I can, and hopefully I have glasses before then. And as always, I would like to thank these guys that are scrolling by over here, or I think maybe over here. I always forget which side it's on, but thank you guys for being members of the YouTube channel. You guys help out with everything from contests to giveaways to the sites, everything that is possibly going on at HLI. You're a great help with. So again, if you like this content, please consider throwing a thumbs up on it because it tells the algorithm you like it, and it will spread it to other modelers. And keep an eye out for this young lady's next video, which will be the finale. And that's pretty much it from me. I hope everybody's doing well out there, making sure you're taking care of yourselves and all that other good stuff. I will see you in the finale video. Take care, and bye-bye, everybody.